So in our today's class, we will see the last concept, that is what sex determination. So now before going to study the sex determination, so as we know in last class we study how the blood groups are inherited. So now if we take the blood groups, so as we know any kind of characteristic or trait from the parents to the offsprings, so it will be always decided by two kinds of gene. So one is what, guys? One is a dominant gene and another one is a recessive gene.
Recessive gene.
Yes or no? So if you'll notice it, dominant gene and as well as a recessive gene will decides the characteristic or the trait from the parents to the offsprings. So now if it comes to the blood groups, which we have been studied in the last class, so if we'll take totally the number of genes, the types of genes, the number of blood groups are 4. One is what? A, another one is B, another one is AB, and the last type of group of blood group is O. Now, but we have 3 kinds of genes alone. That is a gene which has having only 3 types. That is what we can take I power A, another one is IB, and last one is what? I power
O.
Now, in this first 2 is to called as what? Dominant
gene.
So that is why this both together is to called as codominant.
Codominant.
Two are there. So that is why we is to called as codominant, and IO is here we is to called as a recessive gene.
Recessive gene.
What we people studied in the last class, correct? So now the combination, even yesterday Nitinath asked one question. Nitinath, what is your question now? Suppose if the father is having IA and IO, and if the mother is having IO and IO, then what is the chances of getting a blood group of baby? He is used to ask. Is it correct, Nitinath? Yes. So now, so what will happen, guys? If you take the crossing, you take. Let me take. This is the male father, and this is the female crossing. So now you tell me what is the crossing possibilities. So first, what is the genotypes you will form? This is the genotype of this. So as we know, this genotype, the blood group is what is this genotype? Anybody tell me? Genotype is what it is. Phenotype. What is the phenotype of this one? A. And what is the phenotype of this one, guys? O, blood group. Yes, sir? O blood group. So now here the genes formed by the father is the gametes IA and IO, and here the gametes formed IO and IO. IO and IO. So now if you notice it, so then the sexual reproduction will take place. So now in F1 generation, or whatever it can take. So in F1 generation genotype if we take, so what it will come? IA and the mother will donate IO, and same way father will donate IA and mother will donate IO. Next, father will donate IO and mother will also donate IO. Next, father will donate again IO and mother will donate IO. So now we used to get what? Here a possibility of getting blood group A, because I power A is the dominant one, and here also I power A is dominant one, but here both are what? Both are recessive gene. So that it is to get O blood group. Here also recessive trait. Here also getting O. So the possibility is 2:2, which is equals to what? 1:1. That is what. Understand, Nitinath? So that is what you have to remember. So that is only, even the similar thing, yesterday I asked one question. If the father is having IA and IA, understand? No, that is what? A blood group. Father is having A blood group and mother is having O blood group. So what is the possibilities? So as I told you, if the father is having IA and IA, then definitely what is the blood group will come, guys? Definitely the will get A blood group, even though the mother is having IO and IO blood group, because every time the dominant gene will come. But if the father is having unfortunately IA and IO, then what will come? Having a baby having to get IO, IA also, and as well as IO and IO. So it may be group A or maybe group 4. Understand, Nidina? Clear, everybody? So that is what you need to remember. So it is decided, the baby's blood group will be decided by the father and as well as mother. So both, how many gene will contribute in every characteristic, guys? Both will contribute. Male parent will contribute one gene and female parent will contribute one gene. So
One
both
gene.
has a one pair for any characteristics. That is what is going to happen. Is it okay, all of you? So now coming to the next concept, that is what in our today's class we are going to study. See, this is also the most important concept. So now let us comes to the sex determination. We'll study very in detail of this one. So try to understand very carefully, guys. And this is from this, definitely the question is to come. If you have any doubt anywhere, see, analyzing and study is more important than just by hearting. So that is why be very careful while you are preparing. Now itself you have to understand. No need to study again something. If you have doubt, you can ask me. See, even yesterday when you came out from the school, Nitina asked me the doubt. Means in the sense of what, by the time also he is studying. That is what we should say. Every time you have to be, what you are studying, it should be running in your mind. If you have doubt, you can immediately ask me. Like that only we have to improve. If not, simply we cannot get marks. So now coming to here, like as we know, just as the blood group is inherited by a child from its parent. So whatever the blood group is coming in the child, it is decided by what? It is decided by the parent's blood group. Is it yes or no, guys? Decided by parents. Everything, whatever the characteristics is coming in the child, it may be a blood group, it may be a height, it may be some other thing. Everything is decided by the parents only. So now, in the same way, if we'll take here, the sex of a child, means in the sense of what, guys? What do you mean by sex of a child? Sex of a child, that is what? Either a child is a boy or either a child is a girl. It is also inherited from the parents only. That is what? If the boy child or a girl child will be decided by a mother and as well as what, guys? A mother and father will decide either it is going to get a girl child or a boy child. Now you can see we will describe the inheritance of a sex by inheritance of a sex by a child from the parents. So if we take here, this inheritance of sex is also used to called as what? A sex determination. Do you understand? So sex determination, what is another name of sex determination, guys? Sex determination also we can call it as what? Inheritance of sex. Understand? So that is what you have to remember. Inheritance of sex is also known as sex determination. So now please all of you write that before we are going to study the inheritance of sex or the sex determination, we should know symbols to describe whole sex chromosomes rather than individual genes. So now if we'll take here, if we'll take father, as we know, out of 23, one set of chromosome is different. So if we'll take a XX, XX, so now this is what? For a female. Do you understand, everybody? XX chromosome is the representation of a girl sex. And as well as if we'll take next one, what, guys? Capital X and capital Y for a
male.
Male. That is what you have to remember for boy. So this is the only set of pair which is different in 15 and that 23 set of chromosome in boy and as well as girl. Is it okay, guys? Everyone? Krutika? Now if you'll notice it, let us go it. Now you can see a person can have a male sex or a female sex. So the process by which the sex of a person is determined, that is only we used to call as sex determination. So now if we'll take here the genetics or the genes, is involved in the determination of the sex of a person. So now let us see how we can decide either a boy is going to get or a girl is going to get, and who is going to decide the sex of a baby. Means we all people, as I told you in the offline class also, at present we all people always will blame the mother to not get a boy baby or something. So, but who is having a dominant one to get either a boy or girl? Who will decide? The result we'll see in detail now. So now let us take here, if you notice it, I try to call this option is Ra. So now if you notice it, so the chromosomes which determine the sex of a person, that is what we used to call it as. What chromosomes we used to call Ra, Arvind? So the chromosomes, whatever it is, determine the sex of a person. That chromosomes we used to call it as what? What we used to call, guys, that chromosomes we used to call it as sex chromosomes. Do you understand? Please all of you note it down. The chromosomes which determines the sex of a person, the chromosomes which determine the sex of a person, the chromosomes which decides the sex of a person is called, what we used to call, guys?
Sex chromosome.
Chromosomes. So now you tell me, what are the types of sex chromosomes? We have two types of sex chromosomes. What is that? Anybody can tell me? So one is, we can say what? X chromosome.
Yes.
And another one is what, guys? And another one is called as
Y chromosome.
Y chromosome. That is what you have to remember. So now, if we'll take here, let us come to the first point. If you'll notice it, if we'll go to the male, a male also we can call as what, guys? A man or father, whatever it is. So everything we used to come as a male only. So if we'll take a male or a man or father, so whomever it is you can take. So there has one X chromosome. So male is having how many X chromosomes, guys? Male is having one X chromosome, and as well as how many Y chromosomes, Ra? And one Y chromosome. That is what in male it is having. Do you understand? So means in the sense of half the male gamete and half the sperm will have X chromosome, and other half they have Y chromosome. That is what you have to remember. So if you take any kind of a male gametes, I will show you the pictures also. So if you take the male gametes, so they are having what, guys? So it is having a one set of chromosomes. So that is what. So in this, what is happening? So one is what? One is, this is a X chromosome, and this is what it is, guys? Please respond. Y chromosome. In a male. That is what you have to remember. So now if it comes to the female, so as we already know that a female means whom, guys? Anybody? A female means whom? A female means if we'll take a woman, or we can take even a mother.
Girl.
So if we'll take anything, so there has a two chromosomes. Two which chromosomes? Open your mouth. Two X chromosomes.
XX chromosome.
So two X chromosomes. There is no what? No Y chromosome is present in the mothers. Understand, everybody? So now you can take, means in the sense of, if you take what is the female gamete is to called as, anybody name? What is the name of the female gamete? Sriya, Karthikeyan, what is the name of the female gamete? That is only ways to called as what, guys? Male gamete ways to called as sperm. Is it yes or no? So every sperm is containing what? One X chromosome and one Y chromosome. That is what I'm saying. Now, same way, female gamete, what we used to call? What is the name of the female gametes? Please. Female gamete is called as what? Yes, please. Somebody is saying something. Female gametes is called as ova. Or we say, yes, eggs we used to say. Why people don't know, not saying I don't know. So they are having what, guys? They are having both X chromosomes only. So this is one X chromosome and this is another X chromosome. So this is what first everybody need to remember. So now I will show you, yes, Nidina. So now I will show you how this X and Y chromosomes will be present. So please, you have to remember it. In sometimes in the future, if somewhere if you have noticed it, this is what a pair of chromosomes given and identify which is X and which is Y. So by that time, you have to identify simply. So now if you notice it, the difference between the X and Y chromosomes also easily we can notice it because a Y chromosome is always a shorter in size compared to the X chromosome or the X gene. Now you can see the picture, I will show you. So after that we'll study. So now how the sex of a child depends on what at a fertilization. So during the fertilization, which is donated by the father's sperm, understanding, if the father's sperm is donating, we can take what, guys? If it is donating the X chromosome, 100% a baby girl will come. If the father is donating a Y chromosome, then is definitely what will come? Definitely it will come as a male gamete, means a male boy will come. So can you able to see these pictures? Everybody respond me.
Yes, sir.
So this is what you notice it. So this is what we used to say a human male. So this is the male gamete called as what it is, guys? A male gamete called as it is a sperm. Understand?
Sperm.
So this sperm is containing what? One X it is containing and one Y it is containing. Have you noticed it? This is what X chromosome and this is what Y chromosome. So now if it comes to this one, this is what ova, or you can take ovule, understanding, or we can take X. So every egg containing what? Have you seen similar time structures? Everyone please respond. So this is what the human female. So it has two X chromosomes. See, both it is X and X chromosomes only. Have you noticed it? Krutika, Nitinath, that is what you need to remember. So now let us see how this will be decided. The sex of a child depends on what happens at fertilization. So now, for example, let us consider the sperm. So as we know, by this time you might be understand. So who is having a authority like a decision making of deciding a sex of a baby? Anybody can say? Who is having that right to decide having a sex of a baby, either male or female? Father or mother? Father. Very good, Taran. So father only can decide either a baby is going to get a male or female. So now let us comes to here. If you'll see, a sex of a child depends on what it happens at the fertilization. So now first point, let us take first point. If you'll notice it, if a sperm carrying X chromosome. So if a sperm carrying what, guys? If a sperm carrying X chromosome, then it will fertilizes the, this is from male, understanding? So it will fertilizes the egg or ovum. You understand, everyone? Egg or ovum. And egg or ovum also which carries which chromosome, guys? X chromosome only. Then definitely XX will join together and they will decide so that what baby will come, guys? Baby girl or baby boy? So they will be born as
Girl baby.
girl baby will born, or we can say female will come. So now this is because the child will have is XX combination. We know that this is what XX combination of a sex chromosomes always represents female body or male body. So now, if suppose if a sperm carrying which chromosome, Ra? If sperm carrying Y chromosome and if it is fertilized with a eggs or ovum. So that is what egg contains what, guys? X chromosome always. So now, then what is to going to get, Ra? So boy is going to get YX, or we can say XY set of chromosomes. So then this XY or YX, what we used to call, guys? XY or YX, what we used to call? We used to call it as a boy baby. Understand, everybody? So because a boy baby is always having what, Ra? A boy baby is always having which set of chromosomes? Please respond. Which set of chromosomes? He is having a XY set of chromosomes in always a male or a boy baby. So that is why a boy is to born. So now, if you notice it, sir, how we can represent in exam? So exam is how to write it. So how it will be write it means, so you can say mother's egg. Do you understand everybody? So mother's eggs are ovum or ova if you'll take. So what is the set of chromosomes? Tell me guys, all of you. All X will be present. So now you can write, okay, we will go to the that one and we will write it there. So now all of you write it, how this sex determination will be takes place in mother. So now mother and father. So you can draw and you can explain that. So 2 points I said. What is the first point? Anybody can say? If a sperm carrying X chromosome and fertilize an ovum which carries also which chromosome, guys? X chromosome only, then the born child will be a girl. That is the first point you have to write it. Because why? The child will have XX combination of sex chromosomes which will decide that a girl baby. Next one, the second one if you'll take, if the sperm carrying Y chromosome fertilizes an ovum which carries X chromosome, then the child will be a boy baby, because a child will be having a XY chromosome, which is the sex determination of a boy. So now if we'll take, let us go with that crossing, how it will be happening, you can see. So now mother's ova, or you can take the X, mother's X or ova, if you'll notice it. So what is the chromosomes is present? Please tell me. All X chromosomes. Is it yes or no? All X chromosomes are only present. So now let us take X chromosomes. So this is what a mother is having. All of you draw. So a mother chromosome is having X. So this is what the gametes. So now if you'll notice it, same way if it comes to this side, father's sperm. So father's sperm is having what? Open your mouth and speak. Half X, and next one is what?
Half sperm.
Y. That is. So now you can take. So as we know, the sperm you have to represent in the form of spermatis, because this is egg. So cells also I am representing. So now this is in the form of sperm we will represent. So this is X and this is Y. So this is Y and this is X. So now crossing, you tell me what will happen. So if mother will donate X, understand everybody? If mother will donate X, so what is going to come? X is going to come. So father is also donated X. Then what will come? X only will come. So we are going to get what, guys? XX zygote. What is this? XX zygote will form. So XX zygote will form. What will come, guys? Female child will born. Understand everybody? Yes, please respond. Female child will come. That is only wish to say girl child. Now, if mother is donated X and father is donated Y, then what will come? So we are going to get a baby of XY. So we is to get a XY zygote will form. XY zygote will form. That is what? A male child will born. Male child will born. That is what? A boy child. Okay. So everybody, you have to draw this one also in exam during sex determination. So this is only we used to called as down. You can keep a picture. That is what we used to called as, guys, inheritance of sex in humans. Inheritance of sex in humans. So you can explain. That is only we used to say sex determination. So you can explain like this. That is what. So is there a possibility of getting both boy and a girl child sex? That is what you are asking transgender, Nitinath. Is it yes? Transgenders not. That is what we can say the third generation. Yes, Nitinal?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, third generation, remember guys, third generation will never decided by at the time of formation of zygote. I am saying you, third generation, you might be heard a word called as a gay or a transgenders, that is usually is not because of during the sexual reproduction, because you might be notice it, you might be having another opinion about the gays and whatever it is. If you go railway stations, bus stands and all, we used to see, so we people different stories we used to heard, but that is not the true what we are hearing about them actually. So they are also like us. Suppose you might be notice it, there are looks like male boy, male sex, but their characteristics are like female. Is it yes or no? That is why we used to call them as transgenders, those who are transforming their gender to another gender, or else by born itself they will be calling as a uh, gay. So now, is nothing is happening, Nitina. See, for example, if you take transgenders, they may be born like a completely girl, or they may be born like a completely boy. There is no genetical changes also. Do you understand, Nitina, what I'm saying? Only during the sexual reproduction, after the birth. So maybe because of some mutations or maybe some biological changes, if they are started vibrating towards the girl's characteristics, suppose if a boy born, then that way of mutations will keep on developing in its body cells, so that he will be transferred always behaving like a girl. So that is why they will be transferred into a girl gender. That is what a transgender we can say. So same way boy, a girl, she will be born like as a normal girl, but during the growth time, if any hormonal imbalance from the childhood, if it will lead to the excess of something gens, because both female and male both will be having all the set of hormones. For example, you might be notice it, both male and female both will get the hair on the legs and hands and all, etc., etc., correct or not? Face also. But when it is keep on growing, girls it will be slowly disappear, boys it will be getting as a beard, and as well as you can see we used to get the hair and chest and all. So it will be happening after the sex determination, after the birth only. It's not the deciding only. It is sir, it is a sex, this gay means only half x is combining us, sir, because they are mediator. That is not, it is exactly happening. Do you understand? So it is genetical changes happening after the birth. Same way if we'll take, that is what the transgenders I said. So transgenders will born with a complete structure of male or as well as female, but their characteristics, feelings, because of hormonal imbalance, they will be behaves like a boy behaves like a girl, or girl behaves like a boy. They will be transferred. That is what transferred into organs. They will change it. Understand? The private organs, they will change it, and that is only ways to call it as transgenders. Coming to the gay. So the gay, what will happen means, you remember, so most of the gays, you can see, what is the body structures they will be appears? You tell me guys. What is the body structures they will, it is appears? They will be appears like a male only. Have you noticed it, guys? Please respond at least. So 90%, if you'll notice it, gays, they will be similar to the, looks like a male. Yes or no? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But they, the dressing style and all, what will be? The dressing style and all will be what? The dressing style and all, it will be similar to the woman. So that is what we used to say. They are called as gay. This is the third gender usually. So now here you can see what is happening means they will born with a not proper growth of a genetical apparatus like a private. For example, you can take no proper growth of penis in any kind of a male body, that will leads to the gay. Do you understand? So means in the sense of, for them, instead of releasing the, suppose testosterone will release as what, guys? You tell me. Testosterone is released by the male body. That is what testis. Is it yes or no? Please respond. Yes. And same way, to increase the female chest, it will be causes by estrogen and progesterone. Understand? So that growth will take place. So here, the male genetic organ does not grow in the gaze. Instead of that, you might be notice it, for them, the breast will start growing. So that is why that person's, the similarity they looks like their dressing style will be like a female, but the characteristics inside, the genetical organs, no proper growth of male body. That is why they will be called as a gaze. Do you understand, Ra? Nitinath? Okay, so that is happening only because of hormonal imbalance. During the sexual reproduction of father and mother, everybody will be having a same process. There is nothing process that it is all a gay will be coming during that. Everything will be decided by, because father and mother is what? Male and female perfectly. Because if they are not, they cannot give a birth to the baby. So it will be having definitely XY and XX chromosomes. But after the birth, it may be because of hormonal imbalance, a male reproductive system may not develop properly. It is what, according to my knowledge, the male reproductive system, it may not grow in the gaze. Means it will be like a less small in size. It is compared to the normal, and it will be instead of like normal chest, for them it will be grown like a girl. That is why they will be behaves like a girls. That is what, and they will be attracted towards the boys instead of towards the girls. That is why their structure is looks like a boy, the face cut and all, but they will be behaves like a girl. That is why they are called as gays. Okay, so that will be decided only by the hormonal imbalance only. That's nothing. It's very less possibilities usually. So the less possibilities of getting that, we cannot say for who is going to give the birth to the gays. That is maybe, but the characteristic changes will be decided by a childhood onwards. Because see, you don't know, Benjamin Franklin might be know the one of the most famous psychologist. He used to say that from the time of birth itself, like in the sense of when the time of birth, if you're born, by the time itself, every child will be having a sexual feelings that will be decided by the male or female. So a male boy is always towards attracted to the mother, and female girl is always attracted to the boy because of the organ variations only. That will be the psychology of every time from the birth itself. If it is leads to the hormonal imbalance, that is only the third generations like transgenders or gays is to come. That is what the sex determination. So, but basically a sex determination, either XX it is for girl and XY it is for boy. That's all. So now you please note here, everyone. So as we know, if we'll take here XX chromosome, which child is born, guys? XX child who is born, who will born? Girl child will born, and XY chromosome if we'll take, boy child will born. Now you tell me, who will decide the sex of the child? Anybody can tell me? Either egg or sperm. Who will decide the sex of a child? Please respond. That is the point. Everybody should note it down. Understanding? So it is the sperm which determines the sex of a child. So that is why blaming a woman is to not give the birth to the boy is not the mistake of woman. So it is purely the male reproductive system. That is what we can say a male gamete called as sperms only. Please write. It is the sperms which